Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Hope you guys are doing well. And thank you for all of you guys that are liking and sharing our posts and also subscribing to our YouTube channel. So keep up the likes, guys. And also, yesterday we had talked about doing an online demo for our IELTS speaking test. But unfortunately, we had everything set up, but we have some internet difficulties today and we couldn't actually do that. So I'm gonna give you some tips on the IELTS speaking test, and for tomorrow, we'll actually try doing that online demo for you guys. Cool? So moving on to the speaking tips. These are a few speaking tips that I have for you at the moment because this is just the basics. When we get into more detail about IELTS speaking, then I'll tell you the rest. For today, the thing you have to remember is for the speaking test, one most important thing is confidence. And you need to have confidence so that you can speak well, and everything else, we all can fix that. But confidence is something that you have to build in yourself. And these are some ways you can build it for yourself. For example, if you have a question, because the question is kind of simple that you can get sometimes. For example, the question could be as simple as, do you like cooking? And if you think about it, the two simple ways to answer it, and mostly that I get here from the students I've taught in Pakistan, is no or yes. And pretty much that is the answer you can give. But for good answers, you have to try to expand your answers. And for example, I'll tell you how there are 3 different ways and you can expand your answers. For example, the first one is give reasons and examples. So your answer could look something like, so for giving reasons and examples, it could look something like, I don't mind cooking, but it's not my favorite thing to do. I am actually not that good at it, and to be honest, the only thing I can cook is noodles. So instead of giving a yes or no, you could actually tell about it's not your favorite thing, but you don't mind cooking. And actually, the reason why you don't like cooking is because you're not good at it. And the example could be like, the only thing I can cook is noodles. That is one option. The other option you can have is comparing your past and your present. So the answer could look something like, I used to dislike cooking until I took some cooking classes in high school. These days, I love searching for new recipes and trying them. So in this, you can see before I used to hate cooking. But after I took some cooking classes in high school, I actually started liking cooking. And nowadays, so talking about present, I actually like searching for new recipes and actually trying to make them. The other option that you have is comparing yourself with other people. And in this, you gotta remember, if you're trying to say you like cooking, then you're gonna compare yourself with someone that doesn't like cooking. So your answer could look something like, so in comparing yourself with other people, you could say most people think cooking is a chore, but I love it. I enjoy making special dishes and inviting my friends over. So in this you can see that I'm trying to compare in a sense that some people think and take cooking as a chore, but for me it's not like that. It's something different. And that's how you compare yourself with other people. The other thing you could do to improve yourself in speaking would be recording yourself. And in that, the thing would be try reading out the question and saying your answers. And in that, you'll try to pick. I know it's kind of difficult and it's quite annoying to hear yourself in the recording, but that is something that you'll have to get used to improve yourself. So in that, you can try and see if your pace is very fast while talking, or your voice is like a robot, or you're actually quite slow or taking too long pauses. Or you can even think about listening to the verbs and your sentences, if they're actually correct, and trying to fix them. And it's not just about recording yourself once and hearing it and picking up your mistakes. Try answering that question again. Because I know if you don't memorize your answers, then it's pretty easy to, whenever you have that question, you're not going to answer it the same way. So it could be that the mistakes you made before, it won't happen now. So that's one good way to improve yourself. The other thing you could do is use what you know. So for example, for a particular topic, if you don't know most things about that topic, but you've actually heard about it, or you've seen it in a movie, or you've read it about it. So in that, you can actually use it in your speaking by saying that I actually don't know much about that topic, but yesterday I heard a YouTube video on this particular topic, and the speaker was saying this. So it's actually from your knowledge, because you've actually heard it or you've seen it in that YouTube video, and you're telling specifically about that topic that what the speaker had said. So always try to use as much information that you have as possible. And make sure, if you have confidence, then it's pretty easy to get through it. And one other way you can build your confidence is try talking to yourself in a mirror. Try asking yourself questions and answering those questions while looking at a mirror. I know it's just your reflection, but at that time of point, your mind won't be thinking that it's you that's looking at yourself. It will actually have it like it's an audience and there are people that's looking directly at you, especially when you have eye contact with your reflection. And it's going to help you in a sense when you think about an examiner sitting there and they're asking you questions and you have to answer them. So these are just the basic tips in helping you to build confidence. That's not just it for speaking tests, there's a whole lot more. But this is one thing that you have to build from the start so that other things are really easy to improve. For example, your verbs and how fluently you can speak. but confidence is something you have to build from the start. Great, that's all for today's tips, but once we get into the more detail of our speaking, then you'll actually see the broad subjects on it. Cool? If you have any questions, please do comment in our comment box below, or you can also flicker in our inbox and we'll get back to you, and we will also try to share your questions in our YouTube videos. So stay safe, keep indoors, and also keep liking and sharing our Facebook posts, and try to subscribe to our channel as well, and try to keep yourself updated on the notifications of our next videos. Cool? Take care, guys.